Good day, Dr. David Fairchild.
Hi. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the Valder Beebe Show live out of Dallas, Texas. I'm so glad that you're joining me today.
Well, thank you for having me on.
I want my audience to know that Dr. David Fairchild, he's a Senior VP and Chief Medical Officer at Retail Health at CVS. And I've got quite a few questions for you, Dr. Fairchild, about smoking. I saw that 10 years after removing tobacco from its shelves, you guys have new data on the state of smoking in this year, 2025. I'd love for you to share some of those through your Harris Poll data insights.
Yeah, happy to. Well, the first is, within the first year of our decision to stop selling tobacco 10 years ago, there were 100 million fewer cigarette packs sold in the United States. We're really proud of the efforts we started in 2014, and now, more than a decade later, CVS Pharmacy is still the only national retailer that does not sell tobacco. We've also never sold vapes, e-cigarettes, or nicotine pouches in any of our retail locations. We continue to be a leader in supporting Americans during every step of their quitting journey because we know there's still a lot of work to do. And as you said, we recently conducted a survey to understand this current smoking landscape in America. We found that 77% of U.S. Gen Z and young adults ages 18 to 28 said they currently use e-cigarettes and vapes, and nearly half still report using cigarettes.
I had a doctor I interviewed last week, and he said something that stuck with me. One of my posters from Facebook said that they vaped, and was that as serious? And we were talking about heart health. He said, anything that is combustible, you ought to not be doing. Can you understand that?
Well, that is true. A lot of the vapes contain nicotine products, and while long-term studies are still being done, it's important to remember that smoking remains the number one cause of preventable disease and death in the United States. And according to our survey, 67% of U.S. Gen Z and young adults say the biggest challenge teens are facing when trying to quit using nicotine are things like stress, anxiety, or mental health struggles. And half said they don't know where to access support programs. And importantly, counseling and medication can more than double a tobacco user's chance of successfully quitting. Now at Minute Clinic, we offer smoking and vaping cessation programs that cater to individuals' needs. These programs are available both in person and virtually. In addition, smoking cessation products such as gum and lozenges designed to help curb nicotine cravings are available in CVS pharmacy stores and online at cvs.com.
Tell me about some of the physical harmful effects from your perspective on smoking or vaping.
Yeah, the tobacco use is definitely a health hazard. Interestingly, if a smoker quits smoking, they can add up to 10 years to their life compared to people who continue to smoke. So it's never too early and never too late to start, that first to quit attempt. And it can take several attempts to quit. So important thing is to try. We at CVS are always looking for new ways we can help. I'm excited that CVS Health Foundation is working to help support organizations that are educating the public on the dangers of tobacco and vaping cessation products. And people can visit cvshealth.com/tobacco to find out additional information on these programs. We're committed to continuing to support Americans during every step of their quitting journey.
I'm going to take this question from Facebook. The poster says they've had a long-term cough and they don't have a primary doctor. Any suggestions of what they should do? And I know that's out of probably your realm, but people ask me all kind of questions.
Right. As a doctor, I get asked medical questions all the time. So I'd say important for them to get access to a provider and get some help. One of the things that I think about as Chief Medical Officer for Retail Health is that there's a CVS within, 85% of Americans are within 10 miles of a CVS. So a lot of this has to do with getting access to primary care or to tobacco cessation programs. So I would say the first thing somebody with a cough should do is get access to a provider and have them do a workup to understand what what might be causing that cough.
Dr. David Fairchild, I want to thank you, and Poster, hopefully that gives you some incentive to get checked out by a doctor. Dr. Fairchild is a place online for others to go, because usually one question, according to the Nielsen survey, one question means 1,000 people have the same question. So you got a lot of people who asking that kind of question. Where do we go online and get more information?
Yeah, people can go to cvshealth.com/tobacco. There's lots of information there about the programs that CVS and MinuteClinic offer, and I hope people will visit it.
Dr. David Fairchild, I thank you so very much for stopping by and giving people pertinent information that they can actually use on the Valder Beebe Show. Have a great day.
Thanks for having me on.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of the Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.